This was one occasion where Swami was giving what we call as the silent treatment or the cold treatment to one of the students. Swami was not looking at him, Swami was not speaking to him, Swami was ignoring him. That feels even more painful than Swami scolding. A wise person has said that the opposite of love is not hate, it is indifference. So even when you are scolded by somebody, you still matter to that person. That's why that person scolds. But if that person is indifferent to you, it's like, no love. That is the feeling that you get. And so Swami would use this silent treatment, and Swami would say, that when a highway is under repair, I take other roads. Not because I don't like this road, but I want to allow the repair works to proceed quickly. You do that, right? You block away the road and say this road is not for use because it's being repaired. So those were the repair time, but it would be terrible. So this brother had written a letter to Swami where he had said, Swami, when will you stop torturing me? That day, Swami came storming into the bhajan hall and told, what is this that you have written? What is it you have written? Do you know the meaning of the word torture? And Swami said, torture is when you inflict pain on somebody and enjoy that person suffering that pain. You may be pained, but know that Swami is also pained. Swami is not enjoying it. Be careful with your words. And Swami walked back. That is why we have to watch our words. Multiple times, multiple examples are there where, Swami reminds us that we need to watch what we speak. I remember another occasion where a student who was in form. Form is a term that is possibly borrowed from sport, where a person in form seems to perform very well. Form and your form and how you perform are linked. So a student too who is in form seems to perform well in terms of getting interactions with Swami. So this person was getting attention from Swami, and Swami used to speak to him, and he said, Swami, you are my mother, you are my father, you are my everything, Swami. And Swami said, very happy. Swami seemed to be moved, and so Swami was very happy, and this brother then felt even more happy that he had made Swami happy with that. And it continued, Swami would speak to him now and then. He was very happy. A couple of days, a few weeks, maybe a couple of months passed. Swami, usually would interact with this boy regularly. So this boy also decided, when his parents had come to Puttaparthi, he went to Swami and he said, Swami, my parents are here. If you grant an interview, it'll be wonderful. Immediately Swami's face changed and he turned his face and he walked away. He began to ignore the student, not talk to him. And this boy was wondering, what happened, Swami? What is it like? What did I say that upset you so much? Then when he got the chance to speak to Swami, Swami told him, you lied to me. He said, no Swami, I didn't lie to you. Really, my parents have come. Why will I lie to you, Swami? They have come and that's why I thought it will be nice and I said. Swami said, not that. You said I am your father, mother, everything. Then what father, mother are you speaking about? When we tell something to Swami, we may not take our words seriously. He takes our words seriously. He has more faith in us than we have faith in ourselves. He has more faith in us than we have faith in him. That is why it is so important that we watch our words. We have to be very careful in the words that we use. And for that, Swami gives a formula. Swami says, before you speak, first of all, think if it is necessary. There are 4 filters that Swami says you must use before you speak, before you use your words. And the first filter, Swami says, is it necessary? Once in Trayee Brindavan, that is Swami's residence at Whitefield in Bangalore, Swami was sitting on the jhula and Swami was just asking some questions. Swami would ask very interesting questions and very interesting answers would emerge. I remember one such question. Swami, spoke about how Lord Sri Rama gave his ring to Hanuman and said, you give this to Sita as proof that you're coming from me. And while narrating that, Swami asked, what question did Sita ask Hanuman when he gave her the ring? It's not very easy to find that answer, and unless you are Lord Rama yourself, possibly you can't answer it. So all of us began to give some answers, because Swami said, the person who gives correct answer, I will give a prize, Swami said. So that incentive was too much, so many people tried. Finally, a student gave an answer as well. I don't remember his answer now, because the answer that Swami gave later was so much different. But that student who gave that answer got a ring. Swami materialized a ring for him and gave it to him. But then, when Swami answered, it was so interesting. Swami said that Mother Sita asked Hanuman, tell me, from which finger did Lord Rama take this ring from? When Swami said this, Swami continued. Before that, we were just thinking, yes, Swami, from the ring finger. That's where, when you get married, that's where you put the ring, right? And Hanuman replies, Mother, he took it out from his thumb. And then Swami said Sita felt very happy. And then it continued, she gave her chudamani to Hanuman, and it went on like that. I'm sure you're also wondering, what is this? The fact was that Lord Rama was missing Sita so much. He was like, just as the devotee thinks of the Lord thinks of the devotee. Sita was constantly thinking of Rama, so Rama was constantly thinking of Sita. So much intensely he was thinking of her, he had given up food, drink, and barely he would maintain himself. And therefore he had grown so thin that the ring which once fitted on his ring finger had now to be put on his thumb. And that is why Mother Sita smiled, because there is no greater joy for a devotee than knowing that my Lord is also thinking of me. My Lord is missing me. So, though ideally Mother Sita should get worried that, oh, Lord Rama has become so thin, how it is. She felt one small joy in her heart that, oh, my Lord is thinking of me. He misses me. That's why. After that, in the hostel, we would call this as Sita syndrome. Sita syndrome is when you feel joy in your heart when your loved one is not so happy, because the cause of that unhappiness is because he or she is missing you. So you feel very good, Sita syndrome. This is what we had thought of. Anyway, so like the Swami would ask different questions. So on one occasion when he had asked a question, not one occasion, any occasion, when Swami asks a question, everybody is eager to give an answer. So when somebody would give an answer, Swami would say, hey, did I ask you? Did I ask you? Swami would sometimes ask even pointedly. You tell me, what do you think of this? Swami would ask a question. Immediately there would be a chorus answer. Swami would, did I ask you all? Why did you open your mouth? Yes. These are all small instances, but it reminds us, before we speak, one moment you have to think, is it necessary? Is it necessary? Swami has not asked me. When Swami is asking somebody else, I have to keep my mouth shut. If we extrapolate this into our day-to-day lives, it will enrich us, help us so much. That is the first filter. Second filter, Swami would say, is you think whether it is true. It is necessary. Now you have to speak, but before you speak, think if it is true. You have to speak the truth. And there will be some situations where speaking the truth is very difficult. Swami would say at such times that you must have yukti. Yukti meaning a knack. You must have the intelligence to speak in a manner that you don't upset anybody. At the same time, you're not telling untruth. And Swami would give the example of a person in meditation who had taken the vow of ahimsa. He wanted to perform ahimsa, and he was lost in meditation. At the same time, he is not going to speak untruth. He sees a deer running in front of him and a hunter chasing the deer. So the deer runs, then the hunter comes and he asks, Sir, can you tell me where the deer went? Now, if he tells the truth where the deer went, the hunter is going to hunt it down, which destroys his vow of ahimsa. But if he says that, no, I don't know, it destroys his vow of truth. So Swami says, this person said, Dear sir, the eyes that saw the deer cannot speak, and the mouth which can speak did not see the deer. Making it very clear that I know the answer, but I don't want to tell you. That's all. So Swami would give this as an example as to speaking the truth, even at any cost, but ensuring that you don't speak untruth. So that is the second filter. Is it necessary? Is it the truth? Third is it kind? That is also something. Some truths are bitter. You see the desha kala paristhiti, the time, the circumstance, the place, and see if it is kind to reveal it, or reveal it in a manner with compassion and kindness. In fact, when the Sanatana Samskriti Museum on top of the Vidyagiri Hill, the first museum, Eternal Heritage Museum was inaugurated, great, beautiful blessing. Swami himself wrote his definition of each of these values: Satya, Dharma, Shanti, Prema and Ahimsa. And they are so unique and beautiful. I would recommend that you be diligent in reading the Eternal Companion, because starting from June, every month, one of those, so beautifully Swami makes us understand. We understand what is Satya, what is Dharma, what is Shanti, Prema and Ahimsa. While speaking of Ahimsa, Swami says, see, many times parents scold their children. They even discipline them. Is that Himsa? Swami is asking, is that Himsa? Swami says, no, that is Ahimsa. Why? Because when there is no hatred in the heart and the motives are all altruistic, then those words and even actions is the next letter in watch, we will come to that. But Swami says those words and actions are Ahimsa only. So you see, that is what it is. It's so beautiful, right? Sometimes it bothers us so much, that too with modern times, especially in Western countries where, there are cases where children can even call the cops on their parents, whereas in more Eastern countries, there is disciplining of children going on. You don't know where is the line to draw, Swami says that's where it is. What is the intention? Is it to correct? Is it altruistic? So you see, that is Swami's definition of Ahimsa. Swami says such disciplining of children by the parent or by the teacher, Swami says it is not Himsa, it is Ahimsa, because it is to correct them, put them on the right path. The immediate present might look little difficult for them, but this will ensure that the future is perfect. You don't want future tense, you want future perfect. So that is the third thing. Is it necessary? Is it true? Is it kind? And Swami finally says the fourth thing is, will it improve upon the silence? Is speaking better than keeping silent? Many times in silence you can convey.